fell into a dark hole down here doing something like that.
Oh,
So I
100%.
read a book, then, do something that's going to be a
Well,
little bit more positive than not giving myself the proper fuel in life. Let's say.
well, and the thing about even the reading a book, like even if it's 1 page a day, like that's the thing is like I realize that equals to way more pages than most people will ever read in their entire lives, and that is powerful. Just that little bit of detachment.
Absolutely.
Like 5 minutes of detachment can boost your productivity so much higher, so much faster.
Absolutely.
And when I learned,
tried bringing work home, that really didn't work for me. Just, I was like, well, this is the only time I have to focus. And then I started noticing that it was affecting me. And it was also brought to my attention by another mentor and was like, I need you to detach yourself. Like, it's going to be there. Like, just because you're ahead of the game, whoever's reading that email does not mean that they're going to respond and do it right then and there. So detach.
That's a hard lesson to learn too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I am a deadline having person. I like having my shit together to where people aren't like, oh, Shan's just she's not keeping up to par. Like, no, I like to be ahead of everything. If not, it throws my life off. It throws my routine off. I'm like, what are we doing here? Nobody's got a flow. Like, that's just who I am. So I definitely
110%.
I had to do that.
Yeah, so I'm so proud that you talked about that, because that was one of my biggest struggles as a captain, and even moving to a new unit, getting ready to deploy again. Like, I want go, but then I realized, what, they're gonna move at their pace. The greatest thing that I can do is have the stuff in the chute and be ready to go.
Yep.
And that's what I do now. I detach. I got it ready to go. That way, if I got to sit when it's time to send it, when it's time to get it done, it's done, and then I can move on.
You're gonna throw it at me. I'm gonna be like, oh, I've had that for a little bit. It's here. Here you go. I already had that ready for you. Like, that's you got to do it.
And then you'll notice that like you get a little bit more grace and breathing room, because if something is off, because we never, as alpha people, like we just never think anything's ever going to be off. Right,
because it wouldn't be
that one time. Exactly.
Like,
right? That's why we all here talking on this podcast about dissolving the toxic leader within. Because even the greatest leaders can be toxic at times. Like, that's one of the greatest things is giving yourself a little bit more grace and be like, hey, you being toxic right now, dog. You need to detach, because you're never ever going to get them to.